my name is Kelly Yang, and today I'm going to do a scene analysis of The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. So, The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers is a film based on the second of three epic fantasies of the Lord of the Rings trilogy by J.R.R. Tolkien. Directed in 2002 by Peter Jackson, The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers continues with Frodo Baggins' journey in which he and his loyal companion Samwise Gamgee must destroy the One Ring that the Dark Lord Sauron needed in order to regain his full power. The action-packed film showed how the two hobbits are joined by Gollum. It also depicts Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli joining up with the resurrected Gandalf the White and fighting in Rohan. And finally, it illustrates Merry and Pippin meeting an Ent called Treebeard. The movie stars a whole slew of well-known actors and actresses including Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen, Liv Tyler, Viggo Mortensen, Sean Astin, John Rhys Davies, Billy Boyd, Dominic Monaghan, Orlando Bloom, Christopher Lee, Hugo Weaving, Sean Bean, Ian Holm, and Andy Serkis. This upcoming scene in which I would like to analyze is a turning point of the film. It seems as if everything was hopeless. Frodo and Sam were lost on their journey, and Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli had lost Merry and Pippin. But this is a scene in which Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli were reunited with Gandalf. After this scene, Gandalf reassures the man, elf, and dwarf that their companions were safe and their hopes again became high.
The white wizard approaches. Do not let him speak. He will put a spell on us. We must be quick.
You are tracking the footsteps of two young hobbits.
Where are they?
They passed this way the day before yesterday. They met someone they did not expect. Does that comfort you?
Who are you? Show yourself!
Let's start by looking at the transitions of this scene. A transition establishes a time frame and suggests a relationship between characters. It starts with a series of very quick, flat cuts showing the extremely short period or real time of the events occurring. It first shows the faces of Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, and then shows their weapons and their steady handle of them. It shows that they are getting ready for a fight in real time. Then, even faster flat cuts show the three companions throwing and wielding their weapons at a light source. Eventually, they realize it is Gandalf, and cross-cutting is used to indicate the friendly relationship that the three have with him. There is not much camera movement throughout this scene, but there is a little bit of panning when the camera moves from side to side and slightly zooms in onto the light source. This establishes the scene and the setting of the dark forest that highly contrasts with the bright white light that blinds the three travelers. You can also see the huge trees on the side that show the vastness of Fangorn Forest. The lighting for this scene is most notably used in the lighting that illuminates Legolas's face as well as the light that is emitted from Gandalf that blinds Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. Legolas's face is illuminated at the extreme close-up of his face and his eyes. In both aspects, Peter Jackson used low-key lighting to highlight the figures or the face, while the other parts of the scene appeared darker to focus and bring attention to the feature and also to create a sense of mysteriousness, because you can't see what the bright light is coming from. The director utilizes the extreme close-up with Legolas's eyes, a close-up of each character and their weapons, as well as a long shot that showed all of the characters' full bodies that were subjected to the bright light that came from Gandalf. The extreme close-up of Legolas showed his bright blue eyes and face and focused on his eyes. It is for the purpose to create suspense and build up for the surprise to be revealed. The close-ups showed the characters' faces and the objects or weapons that they were holding respectively. The long shot showed the characters' entire bodies as well as some of the setting of the Fangorn Forest. It showed where the three friends were on their journey. The whole scene contained mostly diegetic sounds. The Elvish and English dialogue that Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli had were diegetic, and Gandalf's speaking part was also diegetic. An important thing that I noticed was the combination of Gandalf's voice with Saruman's voice that audibly showed that Gandalf is the white wizard Saruman would have been if he had not turned to the dark side. The sound effects include the sound of the weapons being thrown and the ring of Aragorn's blade that were considered non-diegetic. The music that came on after Gandalf was revealed was also non-diegetic. This scene had high, low, and eye-level angles. The high angles show in Gandalf's point of view in which he looks down upon Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. It shows the dominance that Gandalf had over them. His dominance was further replicated in the low angle that showed the three friends blinded from the light and slightly cowering away from a powerful figure with wonder and vulnerability. The majority of the scene was eye level, shown with the close-ups of Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli that allows the audience to establish comfort with the characters and allows the audience literally and figuratively to be on an equal footing with them. This is the end of my scene analysis of The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a little bit more about this renowned movie.